Hello, Hazard from Hazard Reviews here, and well, let's get started. I'm going to be honest. Now I think about it, I haven't done that many reviews of musicals. I mean, there's probably been a few I've done, but I don't recall that many. It's probably one of the few. I really like musicals. I really do. When I come and films like that, I just like listening to movies with good music, good songs, dancing, all that. It's also one of those film genres that if they fail, that to me they really do fail. I mean, Hairspray in particular is one of the worst films I've ever seen because there's a lot of things I can say about Hairspray which I'm not going to say here. And School of Rock is another one that honestly, that's a different sort of genre of the musical genre of film, but yeah, I can go over stuff like that in a different time. But we're not here for them. We're here for a good musical, one of the most iconic musicals in history. And I think you can guess why I'm doing it, because of, well, we'll talk about it at the end, but Grease. Yeah, Grease. We've probably all seen it at some point in our lives. I remember the first time I had to watch it fully was in high school. I think it was about maybe 8 years ago, actually. Yeah, 8 years ago. Actually, no, 9 years ago. 9 years ago. 9 years ago, that's right. Yeah, we had to do it we had to watch the film and analyze it and answer questions based on the film as we were watching it, and in music class in high school, and yeah, I mean, we did that with other films in different classes. Like when I was studying Japanese, I had to watch the first two Karate Kid movies and analyze them, But there for enough time. Grease is today's movie. We all know it. We all love it. And I'm one of those people. Yeah, I like Grease. I really do. It's just one of those movies. It's hard to hate. You can't hate it. It's a good movie. It's an iconic movie. Even though some of the people from it have done questionable films afterwards. I mean, the director of this, the next movie the director of this film did was The Blue Lagoon, and that's definitely a step down quality. Again, something I should look into in the future, but Grease still remains a classic, and it still is one. The story of two high schoolers in their final year who meet during the summer event, and they reunite in high school because the Australian girl her family decides to stay in America. Find out they don't have as much common as what they did during the summer, because as much as the girl's still the same, the guy is in a bit of a delinquent sort of group, and not as free spirited as she thought he was during the summer. They still have a natural connection, but they struggle to adapt to each other's true standards during school life. All the while, their friend groups, trying to push them together, and other obstacles get in their way. All eventually lead to them trying to, embrace the other's true selves in order to fall in love. Okay, it sounds complicated the way I'm saying, but it isn't. If you've seen the movie, you know how it goes. Danny and Sandy love each other. They're both from different backgrounds, which makes them hard to adapt in high school. So they try to integrate themselves into the other's lifestyles, and it all will come down to one deciding to fully integrate themselves in that lifestyle. That's probably the best way I can say it. And I mean, that's sort of architectures of the 50s, and I don't know much about the 50s for teenagers at that point, but obviously we did history on it, of what it was like, and I guess it does sort of feel authentic in some ways, even if it doesn't feel truthfully real, is what I'm trying to say. You got to take a bit of that this isn't exactly reality, but he was technically Back to the Future. You know, I still buy that as the 50s when Marty McFly goes back to 1955. Of course, and the characters themselves are all iconic. We all love them, especially the two leads of Danny and Sandy. And even the side characters. Certain side characters I find start off annoying in this, like Rizzo in particular. She's probably one of my least favorite character that I liked at the beginning of the film. But gradually, as the movie goes on, you grow to love these guys for who they are and what they're like. You know, you understand, you like them as you get to the end, and that's probably some good work from the writing, the directing, and of course the cast and the actors themselves. The songs are iconic. Summer Nights, Sandy, Sandra D, Greased Lightning, You're the One I Want. Yeah, they're all iconic. We all love them. I'm probably missing a few others, but we all know the songs. We all love them. The dance scenes are in particular unbelievable. And dance choreography is great in this film. You just gotta love how these actors move to these songs. You know, it's just incredible. You know, breathtaking in some ways, actually. Well, maybe not breathtaking, but you like the dancing. The car race scene, you know, is iconic. You know, sort of every moment in the film is iconic. Even though there are some moments, not the best, but you will find a moment that sticks with you, and some moments always stick with others, like the song sequences. But there are others that stand out, of course. And the main story of this love story is very simple, and it's easy to identify. You enjoy every moment of these songs, and that's good. Of the love. Love story seems it's easy to follow and you understand it. In terms of, and of course we have the iconic performances of John Travolta as Danny and Olivia Newton-John as Sandy. These two were born to play these roles. They excelled in it. They were great. They're iconic. In many ways, these were their career-defining performances. And they've done other things since then, since Grease. But these stood out for many people, and they still stand out as their best performances. And yeah, you can't say much about that. If there's any nitpicks I have, it's just certain bits of humor. I don't know. There's just some jokes in it I just ain't much of a big fan of. Like, I think when the girls are of Sandy and take Sandy to one of their houses and they drink champagne, there's a bit of a joke with how Sandy can tolerate it or something like that. And I think Danny trying out for the athletics team there's maybe some of his moments can get a bit, yeah. And I think a moment the dance scene at the prom, there's just some bits of humor. They're hit and miss. But that's not really main focus here. It's the main focus in terms of if you have to pick a side between humor and the music clearly is the thing. And as long as you can tell a story that works and you follow it easy, and even though there's a few jokes that don't really work for many people, you're doing the right thing. Grease will always be an iconic film, and it's going to remain a classic in many people's eyes. And I reckon more people are going to look back on it, a lot more fondly now, especially Olivia Newton-John has tragically passed away. Oh yes, it's sad to hear. It was definitely sad to hear, especially from Australians. She is probably one of the greatest actresses to come out of Australia. She was technically born in the UK. And, well, it's going to be hard not to think about her as you watch this movie, I'd say just watch and enjoy her performance. It's iconic, and her voice, her singing is just great. The dancing, good. She's, this film's going to bring up will always, you know, bring a smile to your face. When you think of Olivia Newton-John, one of the first things you're going to think of is Grease, and that's all fine. Can't really say any more past that. So in terms of score, this gets a 9.5 out of 10 hat stars. This is a great film. Definitely watch it. Yeah. In fact, everyone has to see it at least once. Don't know why I'm doing two fingers up, so I'm saying see it twice. Well, actually, you know, you're only going to see it more than once. But yeah, Grease is a classic, and well, I'm sure people are going to be watching it a lot as of at this very moment since Olivia. Well, it's probably getting aired a lot now since Olivia passed away. But yeah, there's nothing more I can say. Just watch it and see for yourself how much of a classic this film is. And I've got nothing more to say other than that. So with that said, tune in for my next video, which either will be a movie based on a video game or an actual video game. I don't know, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But in the meantime, this is Hazard from Hazard Reviews out, and I shall see you for my next video. Ciao!